As a leader, is your mind friend or foe? Take a look at the leaders around you. Note the ones who work at a feverish pace, bouncing from crisis to crisis, constantly complaining about being overworked, and always seemingly on the edge of burnout. Note also the leaders that exude a quiet yet intense confidence, take each challenge in stride, and always approach their work with an unwavering sense of purpose. Which are you? Frenzied and disjointed, or focused and composed? This is a choice all leaders can and must make. What is your choice? It's tempting to think that the calm, focused leader just doesn't get it, doesn't see the chaos and confusion in their organization, and lives in some private dream world devoid of the real difficult issues of the day. Not true. These are ordinary men and women who have chosen to approach leadership in an intentionally thoughtful and composed manner. They have chosen contemplation over frenetic action, mental mastery over mental subjugation, and in doing so have laid claim to extraordinary leadership power. There is a distinct inverse relationship between a leader's mental busyness and their leadership effectiveness. It is sad to see so many talented, intelligent leaders become so distracted by the mayhem and pandemonium of today's organizations that they are unable to bring the full power of their minds to their teams and organizations. Unfortunately, they let their approach to leadership mirror the frenetic world in which we all live today. They have allowed their minds to become chock full of inane conversations, unimportant problems, inordinate needs and fears, unfounded suspicions, other people's business, personal disappointments, and broken promises. Their minds have become veritable quagmires of disorganized thoughts and emotions, and things are getting worse. Our propensity to gorge ourselves on emails, reality TV, small talk, social media, gossip, all of this is accelerated by the instantaneous communication provided by smartphones, tablets, computers, and the like. Interestingly, it's rare to find an e-reader these days that does not have internet search capabilities. Perish the thought that one would become so immersed in a work of fiction that they would not need the ability to simultaneously check on their latest Facebook posting. The uncluttered mind, is it really possible for today's leaders? How does one become a contemplative leader? The literal meaning of contemplation is to notice something and to think deeply about it. For the leader, contemplation is practicing a unique blend of honesty, personal honesty, presence with other people, and personal accountability, personal responsibility. It is a mental discipline from which true leadership power emanates. The secret is really to empty your mind of the myriad of inconsequential, immediately gratifying distractions that organization life serves up every day, and replace these with 3 powerful leadership practices. Number 1, tell yourself the truth about you. Tell yourself the real truth about you. The more we deceive ourselves, the more leadership power we give away. When we are dishonest with ourselves, self-doubt, uncertainty, and fear are our constant companions. A leader's capacity to think clearly, remain calm and focused, and inspire confidence flows directly from an inner foundation of self-honesty. Take a truly honest look at yourself as a leader and accept what you see. What is most important to you? Are you being true to these core values and bringing your very best efforts to your work? In what ways are you selling out on yourself? What are the few difficult and courageous things you need to do so you no longer have to do the countless unimportant things? Who sets your agenda and whose approval do you seek? What needs and fears are consuming you? What relationships are needlessly draining your time and energy? The contemplative leader considers and answers the tough personal questions that others avoid. Number 2, get present with people. And I mean get really present with people. I'm a photographer. I shoot using a photographic method known as mixang. The word mixang is Tibetan for good eye. Not a good eye for composing photographs, but rather the ability to see with a calm, open, uncluttered mind. When I practice mixang, my world slows down. Faces become vividly clear, and I see people in ways I would otherwise miss. Can you be totally present with those you lead? Can you set aside your own world for a time, quiet your mind, and concentrate solely on the concerns of another? Can you experience what it must be like to be this person? This is the practice of the contemplative leader. Number 3, don't please, don't protect. Don't please and don't protect. As a leader, nothing diminishes your mental energy more than trying to gain the approval of your superiors and live the lives of your subordinates. The need for approval is pervasive in organizations, and quite frankly, it's inherent in all of our reporting structures. Respect authority and the direction you are provided. However, as a leader, you need to be the final arbiter of your performance. Are you all in? Only you will know the answer to this question. While being respectful of the organization's hierarchy, contemplative leaders courageously set out to do great work and let the chips fall where they may. And they assume that others in the organization are quite capable of doing their own work, managing their own careers, and living their own lives. They recognize that it is not their job to make decisions for others, to protect others, and to manage their careers. They serve others by challenging them, encouraging them, confronting them, inspiring them, and holding them accountable to bring their very best to their work. In fact, this is servant leadership in action. Uninhibited by the need for approval from others and responsibility for others, the contemplative leader is able to act with exceptional independence and freedom. If you're looking for a fresh approach to your leadership, consider seizing the full power of your mind. Ignore the noise that fills your mind with the trivial and instead contemplate on what's really important to you and those you lead. Plato believed that deep contemplation was one of the most important things humans could do, and that through it, we could ascend to a higher life form. Is this your path to your next chapter as a leader?